Hope you're ready, Prez. I'm feeling it tonight.
You always say that, man.
Okay, then. You better hope Justice brought his A game, because I know you ain't going to stop me.
Justice is always on point, man. I ain't worried about that.
We'll see about that. Catch you out there, Prez. Get ready for that L.
All right.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. That's certainly what we have in store for us today. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. You look at Houston. They return victorious from an undefeated road trip back to the loving embrace of their hometown faithful.
And you know this, Kevin. There is no place like home. It's always nice to be in those familiar surroundings, around those that cheer for you, the family, the friends. Home is home, and there just isn't any place like it.
We are nearly ready for the tip-off, but first, let's hear from our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's pretty tall order. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Hey, Steve, tonight we have two teams that can absolutely scorch the net from outside. Great three-point shooters all around. High-scoring affair expected. What do you think?
I think you're totally right, Kevin. Both these teams being able to shoot the three ball, I think the points will light up on the scoreboard.
Boys, nice line.
Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the Clippers starting five. Wall passes to Leonard. And Wall kicks to Leonard. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here's the break. Floats it up for Young. Stolen by George. And the foul called on Justice Young. That's his first foul.
That's something you hate. You're trying to come in with an aggressive mindset, and that early foul could take you right out of it.
Here's Wall. Clippers moving the ball around. There's a good screen. Young against George. Shoots a fader. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And it's Houston's ball. I want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Team chemistry goes a long way in terms of overall team success, and this group exudes that every game.
And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. And here's Leonard from three. Outside, Wall. Right side, George. Leonard kicks to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George. The Los Angeles Clippers come into this one following a loss to the Pelicans.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Sometimes teams feed off their fans' energy, and they didn't have that on the road tonight. And that's why they didn't play better defense as a result. They couldn't quite muster up enough strength on that end of the court.
That gives them the lead.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
There's the triple, and that will fall. A three-pointer on the line from Fresh. Fresh has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And it seems everywhere we go in the league, we are starting to see more and more Prez jerseys in the crowd. He's really become a star in the league.
You know, and it's clear that he is a fan favorite in the league at this point. Part of it is his style of play, but I think a bigger part is just how Prez carries himself. It makes time for those around him.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
They just talked that one up to a little miscommunication. I'm sure they'll get on the same page.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And with the Clippers having perhaps their best team ever these last few seasons, is it just bad luck, Steve, that they haven't been able to move on and do more with their season?
Yes, there's some truth to that. When you start talking about a team with all this talent, it just really comes down to this team competes. They have stars. It just comes down for them. Some unlucky breaks for them, especially on the injury side.
And so it's Houston with it after Paul George getting his 3 to go. Outside, Green. Pass to Fresh. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Houston needs to get a shot. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good. To the inside. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Fresh. The Clippers grab the miss.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You know, even though he's been off the mark this quarter, he's trying not to let it shake his confidence.
Off on the layup.
What I like there, fantastic defensive rotation. Just suffocated him at the point of attack.
No one covering.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
Well, defensive end as a team, you must be on the same page. On that possession, they were not.
Here's Fresh. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You know what? It's a big momentum builder for sure. That could be a game-changing moment there.
And it's George again missing.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
To the paint, here's Green. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Green's got his first 2 points.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
But he has to be able to use angles. He has to be a great finisher in tight spaces and to be able to throw his little body into the big guys.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And that one's good. Fresh. And here's Wall. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
You know, a lot of people can make the claim that they are the fastest in the league, but I think John Wall has the best case. I mean, both in the half court and end to end. I mean, this guy has blistering speed, and you factor that in with the athleticism and the handle. I mean, he can make other players look like they're playing in cement shoes out on the floor.
Fresh can't get it to go.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
A second chance effort, and the layup is up and in. 6 points for him.
He is thinking one step ahead there. As soon as the shot goes up, he's getting in position to grab the offensive board.
And Houston calls their first time out of the game. And you know, Greg, one of the things that strikes you about Wall, it isn't just his running speed. His quickness is off the charts. He is very, very quick.
I mean, the ground Wall can cover with his speed and quickness is staggering. As soon as the defender starts backpedaling, with Wall coming at him, game over.
Here's Fresh. He's got 8. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Fresh. Out to the right wing. Back to Marjanovic. He can't get that one to fall. Clippers leading by 3. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Houston. Fresh has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness. He's been very decisive, very accurate shooting the basketball. Extremely productive quarter so far.
Now, here's Wall. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
Here's Young, trailing by 2. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Rockets have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Steve is a fan of the game and a former player. When you look at the players in the game today, who do you think would be the most fun to play with, enjoyable to play with?
I think Stephen Curry. He's one of those guys where he obviously plays the game the right way, but then sometimes he goes on his own. And I was just being odd to get a chance to watch some of these plays he's making 25, 30 feet away from the basket.
How about a superstar like LeBron? Would he be a fun guy, or would you stand around sometimes? A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Fresh, he's in at point guard. Also Young out there. And it's Martinez in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Here's Fresh, covered by Wall. Young outside, shot clock at 6. And he can't bank that one in. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, Fresh in the last game against the Mavericks got the job done. He ended up with 59 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. He put up great numbers in a terrific effort. It's not a game that anyone wanted to miss. And they'll be looking for a repeat performance tonight, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Dave. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
I am looking forward to watching this game again.
There's a screen. Off the screen. Leonard, no luck.
Because he's such an explosive force down low, the defense threw everything they had at him, and it worked.
Young outside. Here's Fresh. He's got 13. Count it. Good. And it's an 8-point Rocket lead.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
He's as consistent as they come on offense. It's really a luxury to have him on your team.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. They kick it out to Green. From 13, Fresh can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 6. Left side Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Wall wide open. And the 3 off target. Here's Fresh, covered by Wall. Here's Fresh. Bank shot, no good.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
And here's Ball outside. Drills it from outside. Now it's just a 3-point Rocket lead.
Not a high percentage look, but the defense gave him just enough space, and he buried it.
And Fresh picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, a bit surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
Rodney Hood's checked in for Martinez. Here's the screen. From deep, Wall. And another 3 for the Clippers.
He is just getting hotter as the game goes along, building on a strong start. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second quarter.
From deep 3-point range. That's no good. He is 5 of 11 shooting from the field for the game.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second. It doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
He thrives in the open court. Such an aggressive finisher.
And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line. The Rockets shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. The free throw drops for Green. And so here are the Clippers. They trail by 1. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
And for a team with as much talent as the Rockets have had over the last few seasons, the results have been pretty mixed.
Yeah, and look at the club's recent rosters. I mean, they've been filled with a couple mega stars and then everyone else. At some point, you have to look past all the individual stuff and make the commitment as a team to play for each other. Unselfish, fundamental basketball.
And most first-round draft picks in the NBA, Steve, have the unique experience of waiting in the green room on draft day, anxiously listening for their name to be called. What was that day? What was that moment like for you?
You know what? Nerve-wracking because, I was projected to go anywhere from 2 to 10. So when you start to hear 2, 3, 4, look, that went 5th, Kevin. Was just hoping I didn't fall far to 10. But I think I tell young guys, whether you 1 through 10, you just want to go to there where it's a great fit for you.
And all the teams that work you out, they probably all say, hey, Steve, if you're available, we're going to take it. And you get a lot of that when you're going through the process?
Yeah, you do. And then you start to believe that you just got to go out there and play your best and wait to see on draft day. Because sometimes you're picked by that team, and the next thing you know, you're traded a pick after.
And as you said before, being drafted by Miami was a godsend. You thought it was the perfect place for you to go.
I thought it was a great fit for me. Had some guys that I played against throughout my high school and college career. It was perfect.
Leonard dishes the Wall. Fresh pulls it in. The Rockets trail. Screen by Young. Misses the 3. Here now the Clippers. They're on a 15-5 run here. Wall's shot is off. Rockets are gone. 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And Young just drilling the 3 there. Nice look.
Yeah, and that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Outside Leonard. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Dishes it to Young. It's deflected. Now the Clippers moving it up. Wall's running. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
They are showing a lot of grit and grind, doing a nice job, both teams going back and forth at each other.
Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Outside Jackson. Outside Wall. No good on the 3. Houston in the lead. Here's Fresh. He's got 17. Just 4 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. Misses off the left iron.
See, that's a good look from within his range. You know he's kicking himself for missing it.
One-on-one fast break. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And now a 3-point Rocket lead.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was so on fire.
You know what? He doesn't get worn down coming off a big game. It just builds him up even more.
Leonard, 11 feet out, and he hits it. Leonard's got 8 points in the quarter.
You see he's feeling it now. Shot looks much more in sync this quarter.
Here's Fresh. 19 points in the game. Young outside. There's the triple. And another 3 for Houston.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Back to Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just cannot quantify.
Well, I'm going to quantify something right now, Greg. This is a close game, and that was something special. That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Outside Jackson. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Houston leading by 5. 1:24 left in the second quarter. And that one's good. Fresh.
Dropping bombs. How many more threes are we going to see from him tonight?
I say keep letting them fly. When you got a weapon like that, you got to keep on using it.
To the middle. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. 59 seconds left in the first half of the game.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Outside, Wall. And here's Covington from the arc. They get it back. Zubac. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. To the inside. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Here's Covington, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Clippers have shot 3 of 6 at the foul line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good. And that does it for the first half of play. Rockets lead by 8. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. Hey, you're filling up the box score tonight so far. How were you able to be such a factor inside?
I'm just trying to be tougher than everyone else, you know. Grabbing rebounds is mostly about how willing you are to mix it up, and that's something I can control. I'm happy with the early results.
Hey, you should be, man. Great job in the first half. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, man.
All right, back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Keep it up, guys. We have some good momentum. Hey, this is what happens when we play our brand of basketball. They cannot stop us. Do not let up, gentlemen. Play with the same enthusiasm. Let's get this W.
Day turning tonight here in the Southwest. We're in Houston. Welcome back, everyone. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. It's been a clinic out there by Fresh.
How about the magic touch he had on display there in that first half in terms of finding his teammates? Just a plethora of assists.
And that's the sign of a truly gifted player who isn't just looking out for his own stats. He loves getting his guys involved too.
So for the Clippers right now, they get the rebound. It's tipped. Green against Leonard. Intercepted. Los Angeles with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often. And when you look at the Rockets, I mean, plenty of offense. But last year, there was a huge drop-off defensively. And given this team's lofty goals, that really flies right in the face of that old adage, defense wins championship. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Every time we turn around, he's getting another dish on the highlight reel.
They set the pick. Here's George, using his post move to get the 2 points. George has got 9 points. And talking about how the Rockets are structured, they do have some players on the roster, Greg, who can play defense. It's a wonder they've been so bad at that end.
I mean, the problem with defense, though, Kevin, is that it takes all 5 guys to buy in. You have to have a level of trust on the floor, and that happens for the Rockets only once in a while, which is why they give up an insane number of points to their opponents.
Young's shot is off.
They've struggled so far here in the third, hitting just 1 of 4 from the field.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kawhi Leonard keeps getting better year after year. The 2014 Finals MVP said, "I'm very confident with where I'm at. Every time I step on the floor now, I know I can be a factor. Offensively, defensively, shooting threes, working my way into the post, setting other guys up. Kevin, he can do it all."
He's grown into that role of franchise player, D.A. Great stuff. Thank you. Fires from 14. Fresh pulls it in. Fresh has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
He kicks to Young. There's the pass to Fresh. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Buries the long-range jumper. Fresh has got 30.
I love the mindset he's playing with. No matter who's checking him, he's winning that battle. A big reason why they're winning this game.
George with no one around. And it's George again missing.
He just looks uncomfortable offensively, really over the course of the whole game, and is killing his team.
Green, the screen. Bobbed up there for Green.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
They look like they're having some fun out there today, but it's always easy to enjoy it when you have a big lead.
Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And Smitty, you were just starting in the league when NBA basketball games were becoming what they are today in the 90s. The popularity of the game has just increased so substantially. Was it strange to see yourself being portrayed in video games as we see now? And how did you react to it?
You know, very humbling, Kevin, to get a chance to see yourself, your name being called in the video game. But what I did like, Kevin, I was so skinny. The video game had me looking buff with muscles and everything. So I like that.
You look pretty good right now.
Yeah, that's because you're my friend.
Here's Fresh. And another 3 for Houston.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
On the wing, Jackson. Will it go? Los Angeles with another miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
They set the pick. Here's Fresh. 33 points for him. And he overshot that one, missing.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that. And that evened things out. He had a 3 early in the first half, now gets 1 in the second.
Down low, Leonard with the steal. Jackson passes to Zubats. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
That's a solid pass right inside where his teammate wants it.
Here's Fresh, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
The fans really get their money's worth when they get to see him make plays like that.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And a look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep all broken down for the Clippers.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
The first one falls.
Whether they win a title or not or go deep in the playoffs, this has certainly been a fantastic era for the Clippers. Always competitive, the most sustained success they've ever had.
And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. Without a doubt, as you said, Smitty, this has been the golden age of Clipper basketball. With this Clipper franchise, a long streak of making the playoffs and having won the division a few times as well.
It means a lot for this franchise. They have been down in the dumpsters for a long time. No matter what this team accomplished, Clipper fans have to be proud of the way this team has played the last half-decade.
And guys, how fun is it watching this fella just go to work?
Greg, it's not every point guard who can climb the ladder like he can.
Not at all.
You might look at him and think he can't get up, but he finds a way to consistently surprise the D by rising way above them time after time.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Last season, Paul George getting back to the All-Star game. I mean, well documented, going through that awful compound fracture in his leg, and said that
1:33 left in the third quarter of the game. And the Pacers asking George to play more power forward last season. He was a little apprehensive, I think, Greg, initially, especially coming off that injury.
Yeah, and he ended up mostly guarding on the wing. They let C.J. Miles do the dirty work on the block, but the extra space afforded by their spread-out attack allowed him to flourish at the offensive end.
With the way the Clippers have ended the last two seasons, they can't help but feel nervous if they get back into the playoffs. Don't you think, Steve, 2 times in a row they've been up in a series? Both times they've ended up, going home losing.
Yeah, I think for the Clippers, but they got to look at it and say, hey, you know what? We've had injuries to star players. They won't be able to shake this until they win another series.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
No, it's felt like that all game. He is just aggressive and finds ways to snag rebounds out of thin air sometimes. I love how efficient he is shooting the basketball. Unfortunately, that's not translating into a lead for this team.
Young outside. And the wide open shot from Green. No good off the front iron.
Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
Guarded by Green. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits.
Yeah, and just superb work there by Young. So unselfish with the basketball. Really likes getting the ball to his teammates.
Clippers trail by 14. Pass to Zubac. Jacks up a 3. The Rockets pull it in. Precious got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. The 3. And the 3 ball is good. Precious got 15 points in just the second half.
In the first half, he got wild and loose from beyond the arc. Now he's hit 3 more since. Remarkable.
Left side, George, with 1 on the clock, and released it in time, but it's off the mark.
And what you like there is Young's energy, willing himself to get into the peripheral of the shooter.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. The Rockets on top, leading by 17. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Clippers trail by 17. Now George. Off the pick. Good. Here's Fresh. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
That explains the gap on the scoreboard. Attacking offense against a defense that's far too relaxed.
And Wall kicks to George. And the shot no good, a bit short.
And with the defense disrespecting him there, that's a shot he needs to make.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Kept alive. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Marjanovic checked in for Houston. Clippers trail by 17. And Wall kicks to George. Three-pointer. And again, no good by the Clippers.
He started off solid, had 2 threes at halftime, but blanked from deep since.
There's a screen by Marjanovic. Marjanovic with a screen for Green. And Green slams it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Here's George. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. George has got 14 points now in the second half. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Fresh. And the rejection by Leonard. And it's Wall in the corner. Pulls up. It's rebounded by Houston.
Look, I know he wants to put the team on his back, carry them across the finish line, but it's all about getting a high percentage shot.
Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. You look at Fresh, what a contribution.
It's not a surprise that they called timeout. It was the only way to stop him from killing them from the three-point land. They have to find a way to deny him the ball or at the very least disrupt his rhythm.
Outside, Wall. Pass to George. Leonard with a screen for Marjanovic. Shoots off the screen. Basket counts.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
Outside, Green. D that time from Leonard.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different ball game down low when this fella's lurking around.
There's the pick. Shoots the three. That shot misses. And it's Houston the other way. Here's Fresh. Misses the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
There's the steal. Wall, that's a two-pointer. Second chance shot. And no good that time. Good defensive work there by Young. Houston leading by 17. Here's Fresh. Young outside from downtown. Rebound by John Wall.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
That one goes in.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Fresh. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Here's Fresh. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Smitty, the replay system becoming more and more a factor for NBA officiating these days. What do you think of the way it's playing out?
I like it, Kevin. The only part I have a problem with is how much time is taken. I think they can get to an answer quickly. I'd be okay with it.
So you think it's slowing down the game unnecessarily?
Yeah, I think so a little bit. On certain plays, it's obvious what the call is. I think they got to get right to it.
First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Fresh. Clippers trail by 17. Outside, Wall. Leonard kicks to George. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Here's Fresh, covered by Wall. Here's Fresh. He trains the turnaround jump shot. Fresh has got 46 points.
Yeah, he's in attack mode, recognizing that no one out there can stop him, just scoring on command.
Leonard sets a screen for Wall. Goes back up, and that's good off the glass that time.
He has a nose for the glass and a sixth sense in terms of how to read the angles.
Here's Fresh from beyond the arc and then some. Fresh has got 49 points in the game.
And every time you think he can't hit another,
Wall dishes to George. They set the pick. Over to the wing. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
and you can see it. He knew he made a mistake the second the ball left his hands.
Here's Wall. Hey, Steve, we've seen more and more teams relying on high-powered offenses to lead them to wins. Is this just part of a cycle the league goes through, or is this the offensive revolution that we've been looking forward to and is well underway?
I think it's here to stay, Kevin. Reason why the rules have changed, and I think it favors the offense. No hand-checking, no chucking. So ultimately, you see more points on the board, Kevin.
I would think you would have loved to have played in this era of free-flowing basketball.
Yeah, you could take about 12, 15 threes a game. That would have been beautiful.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Free throw good, Paul George.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Here's Fresh, covered by Wall. Fresh can't get it to go.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Make your presence felt. He definitely altered that shot.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Green with a screen on Wall. Fresh, the pass to Green. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
The passion that Young plays with is infectious. I mean, just shows you once again how much he loves playing the game.
And so Young nails them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Here's the screen. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Leonard. And again, the Clippers good for two. Rockets leading by 17. Here's Fresh. Green, the screen. Fresh, the pass to Green. It's blocked. Here's Leonard. The Clippers keep it alive. The kick out to Wall. No good from outside.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Here's Fresh, covered by Wall. There's Green with the three. Again, the miss by Green. Clippers trailed by 17. Out left to the wing. And there's the foul against Houston.
Timeout. Starting.
Los Angeles calls timeout. You look at Fresh, what a contribution.
You have to call timeout here. You can't let this go on any longer. This guy is on fire. They need to do something to try to cool him off. I'm sure whatever adjustments they're planning are also being taken into consideration by the other side.
There's the pick. Outside Leonard. The shot, no good. Great tee that time from Green. Fires from deep. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. George has got 6 rebounds in the game. From deep, Wall. Fresh pulls it in. Fresh has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Young in the corner. Passes it to Fresh. Back to Young. A 3-ball. That one misses.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Because he's really good defending all the way out to the three-point line.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Houston leading by 14. Goes up at the stripe. It's hauled in by Zubac. And it's the Clippers ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. And here's Wall outside. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. Houston's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Outside, Green launches it. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Add another triple to their second half total.
3-ball, 3-ball, 3-ball. That's what we're hearing in the second half.
And George kicks the Wall. To the paint. It's stolen by Green. 1:12 left in the game. Fresh, the pass to Green. They set the pick. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
No defensive pressure. That's a three-point attempt he loved to have that.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Rockets.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Fresh.
He did something special here in this one. That triple-double shows us what he's capable of when he's at the top of his game. You couldn't be better than he was tonight.
Jackson has the open look. No good on the quick 3. Guys, they've really built a nice lead here.
And doesn't show any sign of slowing down.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. The 3-ball. The offensive rebound. Zubac. And he lays it straight in.
You know they like to get a lot of shot opportunities from in that close.
Here's Fresh. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Hey, another triple-double for you. How many more of these are we going to see from you this year?
Man, I hope a lot more, man. Look, I felt like tonight it helped the team get the win. So if I can keep playing this way, it should mean good things for us, you know? Look, we were on a roll tonight, so shout out to my teammates on that W.
Yeah, you big shout out. No question. Thanks for your time, man. Appreciate you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, guys.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan, thanking you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Ooh, Prez, man, you was out there getting buckets tonight.
Grinding out another win, man. That's how we do.
That's what I'm talking about.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you so much, Kevin. And with this one in the books, we're ready to present our Jordan Player of the Game. Fresh. Tonight's performance, nothing short of miraculous. He drained shots from all over the floor, hitting for 50+. That's all-star level offense right there. Shaq, what'd you think?
He made life very easy for his teammates today. Over and over, he found them and delivered a gorgeous assist. What a game. He seemed to see everything unfolding 2 seconds before everyone else on the court.
A remarkable 27 points from three-point land for him. With that kind of long-range shooting, easy to understand why they came out on top. When a team has a single player accounting for 9 three-pointers,
Hey, yo!